Identity is the fundamental belief about who we are and who we are not. It is the I am and I am nots of our lives. These are non-conscious beliefs. They live beneath the surface. They have been formed through your entire life's work without you even actively being a participant in the decision making. And the most powerful compulsion known to humankind is to remain consistent with one's own identity. How many have made vows to change things for their entire life, change ways of being, change habits, change behaviors, and have been promising themselves they're going to do it and still haven't done it? How many of you can relate to this? See, we spend all our times in training, we're focused on actions and creating certain results through those actions, and yet what I would tell you is we're focused in the wrong place. Rather than focusing on what it is we need to do to create health, what would change if very simply the identity would transform?
What made you think about bringing Keith in? What was your perception of him up front?
Yeah, for us, when we brought him in, it was a really big investment.
He came in to really help, I think, change the thinking of people.
As the financial person, I was like, okay, how do we quantify the results that we're going to get?
I thought it was going to be a slightly better version of all the other cookie cutter sessions that we've gone through, and it was anything but that.
I get really passionate about unlocking for people the life that maybe they've given up on, maybe the leadership they've given up on, maybe the career success that they've given up on, and seeing them get in a moment and knowing unequivocally that's gonna happen. Because when you see a transformational shift take place in somebody, it's not fleeting. Everything I'm sharing with you is critical both in internal language and external. From a sales perspective, here's what I want you to get. Your language is creating your relationship with reality. Your shoulds, woulds, coulds, your don'ts, can'ts, and won'ts are destructive of possibility.
No one listens to language the way that Keith listens to language. I've never seen anything like it. He's so attentive to the exact words people are saying. He can find intentions and beliefs based in the way you said what you just said, and then explain it to you, have a conversation around the foundational belief as to where that was born from, and is that even true, and does that make sense to serve you or others? And that's the cascading, powerful effect of having Keith on your team, is it's not just this one and done moment, it's learning powerful tools that can forever influence the way you lead and manage.
Their lives are forever changed. It's not only what's happening for Radiant, it's literally their own destinies are changed. When we really started to sit with that, it was like, this is powerful.
When we create a point of focus and match it with the language, the I am statements of our life become our identity. And so I want you to think about being sick or being tired, right? We're talking about peak performance, and sometimes you're sick, sometimes you're tired, sometimes you're frustrated, sometimes your team members are, right? And as long as we're focused on I'm sick and I'm tired, what are we doing? We're charging the reticular activation system with finding more evidence to support that sickness, support that tiredness, and reinforce the identity. And look, we're not going to get rid of those truths. Those things happen. But what could you shift in your focus? Remain true in what you're saying, but shift your focus towards something that would provide you with peak performance, that would provide you with the tools that you need and the mindset you need to persevere in the face of tired, in the face of sick.
He takes the person who's most resistant to self-help or most resistant to personal or professional development, and what he does is he's able to connect with them and then invite them into seeing something that they've been resistant to prior. And that's where transformation happens. And so what I notice about Keith is when he engages with these leaders, they operate with, number one, with more open-mindedness, right? They operate with more empathy, right? They operate in a way where, yes, they're still driving results and they're still driving performance, but it's a shift to making sure that the people are taken care of first. And once you have the people taken care of, then the results follow and they flow after that.
Keith has this remarkable understanding of human beings. And the one thing that I learned from Keith is that none of us know the boundaries of our own potential.
When you're in that space where you're able to make yourself vulnerable, I think the richest kind of insights came from those areas where, each of us learned something about ourselves and how we were showing up for everybody else.
When we hold back our thoughts, our dreams, our intentions, it's out of a place of fear. Fear that we'll be judged, fear that we'll be laughed at, fear that we'll be mocked. And in doing so, we rob others of being inspired.
And after the training session, the cohesiveness of the team, the trust within the team, it's resulted in a greater degree of productivity and efficiency. We're all having a lot more fun.
His ability to connect with people, to have them really understand how they can become more effective as an individual leader and drive the kind of action and step up into a much bigger place is second to none. We had the results from the surveys come in. He had a perfect score.
This is about creating a reformation of your identity and realizing who you need to be today to live a life in the day of the person you aspire to be.
Because what we're talking about is the influence that can change forever the lives of the people that you work with. Because I'm telling you that although no one conversation is guaranteed to change anything, any one conversation can change everything.